Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome back to some more, how long is this even gonna take? Not long. Yeah, 4 minutes. Welcome back to some more Voidling Bound. So we've got the Gwygoon that are, I think they're already done, but I can't do anything with that because these guys are still going. So, I guess let's go on a mission. I reduxed my cat on the last episode. We're gonna get rid of this one. It's not bad, just, was not working. And all things considered, we do have Before the Storm. This is a survival mission I have not done. So let's give it a shot. This might be the one with the control points. If it is, I hope it is. And damn, it's really coming down out there. We're gonna just try and go really hard for putting disintegration on a bunch of things, which I still actually have not looked into. Yeah, Voidling's hub. There's difficulty. Oh. I didn't realize I could actually change the difficulty. Oh, on the options menu at any time. Status effect, disintegration. What's this do? Okay. Does no damage over time. Every stack beyond 5 triggers a disintegration overflow causing massive damage. So that's actually going to be really good. Static, massive. Okay, so both static and disintegration are good. Unfortunately, frostbite, burn, and poison are going to be less useful here. Let's see. Is there anything else? No. Right. I was going to try options. Difficulty. Boost it up to fighter? I could probably be on harder difficulty at this point. Might as well make my life just a little bit less convenient. Okay, so do we have control points? No. It's just wave-based. Yeah, so I've got reload-based healing. I've got the Typhoon. Homing, some other things. Yeah. I think the other thing I might want to consider for my final Anami, as much as the Chain Lightning is good, I think we actually want to move away from it. I think we might want to go for the... I think we might want to specifically stick with... we might specifically want to go with, oh, what am I thinking? I might want to go for the one with the 5 homing shards. Main reason being, I already do a ton of AoE with the Typhoons, so I'm not actually convinced that I really need... I'm not really convinced I... Damn, it's coming down out there. Sorry, it's very distracting. I'm just hearing a hell of a rainstorm going on, you know, 5 feet to my right. But yeah, the 5... I'm just killing things too fast to even need the Chain Lightning. And the Typhoon, yeah, just melts them. And the healing from this character is working out extremely well. So, I don't know. I think this character's got some pretty good chops. Did not get as many eggs from that. That was actually kind of a lackluster round as far as farming goes. Let's see what the rewards are. I mean, good to complete it, but... Okay, the rewards on that end are kind of good. No, actually, that was a good mission. Alright, let's see. Let's go take a look at these guys. They all done? I'm remaining about a minute. Okay. I guess I'll just wait. Okay. They're done training. It's going to be so hard to keep track of everything, but is what it is. Yeah, I want to see what the difference is between the Morfangs and the bear. Ooh. That's some thunder. This is just me in casual mode today, ideally. So, expect me to somewhat just be remarking on the weather as it goes on. You know how, like, small talk, you know, everybody always talks about the weather is kind of like the thing that you bring up when you have nothing else to talk about. I don't know about you, I love talking about the weather, especially when the weather's been really nice or really rainy or something. I live a kind of boring life, and I think this is a problem. I've seen actually a lot of people talking about this recently in terms of, you know, people who play video games really need to start, oh, shoot. Which one of these is a Gen 1, Gen 2? Oh, I would know if I actually put the stat points into any of these things. Okay, so I think next generation of bear... Oh, what am I doing? Cancel? We want to go the reverse direction. So next generation of bear is going to be completely maxed out. So I'm going to get rid of this one, put these two into breed, and go from there. Let's see. They have plenty of egg. Okay, so bear and bear. And then I don't think we're, well, I guess we won't know for a second because I have to double check the offspring to make sure that we have at least the exceptionally elegant Anami as part of the mix. Yeah, I don't know. I just, weirdly enough, the older I get, the more that the weather is interesting. Stuff like ice storms, the Oregon heat dome from 2022, the 2021, not 2022, I think. Oh, exceptionally strong Carapace. That's actually good to have. You know, a really snowy winter, a not snowy winter. Stuff like that actually means a lot to me. I think also because, you know, climate change is terrifying. And, kind of want, I don't know, to vent? I don't know if it's venting is exactly the way I'd talk about it, but still. Okay, so big question is, the Queepex that we just got should be, like, near at maximum. Yeah, unfortunately, I was going for a all-rounder build on them. So they're a little bit off. What are these guys doing? Minute 20, minute 30. So we might actually just want to wait. Because I can get these guys off to breed in a second, too. Let's see. Okay, 2023, 91325. Oh, okay, so they don't always inherit all of the stats. So, holy shit. So these two are kind of the stink rolls on these guys. This one's their dud child who inherited literally nothing. Poor guy. Oh. Well, good luck in the wilds, kid. I won't miss you. Okay, already had an exceptionally strong. Well, that's a stinker. I also don't know how much I care about Carapace, to be honest. Okay. And then we have two common Morfangs that I should get rid of. And then notably agile one. Okay, so this is the previous parent generation. I guess I'm just gonna drag these around. Their stats are a little bit all over the place, but it's better than nothing. I guess if I canceled it, but it says done, it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, 19, 16, 17, 17, 13. Oh, I could do the math and figure out which of these is the highest. It realistically doesn't matter too much. I'll just pick the first two. Kind of reminds me of like D&D stats when I was a kid. Let's see. This is going to be 17 minutes, which isn't great. But I wasn't doing anything with either of those training spots at the moment. I guess there was the Gwygoon. You know what? It's like one stat off. Okay, I'm wondering actually for this, if I'd be better off giving them the same stat to give them a baseline. I don't care deeply about my Gwygoon, so like if they're not at max roll, I don't think I care. It might be one of those that it turns out that we get to the end of this and I'm like, actually no, Gwygoon is amazing. That is a possibility. I'm not expecting it. So I'm thinking with this, what I'm going to try and do is at least max out one of their stats. And then have the other two, on subsequent generations, invest in different ones. I have no idea if this is actually even remotely close to, like, effective or wise. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Maybe it does. Yes. We'll see. Alright, now what are we doing? So, the unfortunate part about all of this is, well, I could make a speed Queepack. I think this guy actually had a higher roll than one of the ones I put into the breeding pair. Oh well, don't care. Let's see. And yeah, one of these would be better than this one. The main question is how many of these polychrome mixes do I want to go for? Well, considering this guy's kind of crap in comparison to his kid. Their kid? Yeah, get out of here. Do I actually get the polychrome back? I do not. You do not get that back. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So the question here is, do I want to make a speed Queepack? I think so. So I think I'm going to make two. Because we should go back and clear all the stars now that I have a Queepack with near max stats. Otherwise I just wait like one generation and get a speed, like a better speed Queepack. The other thing is, I actually have a bunch of stats for the cat I still have not gotten. Freezing Orb passes through enemies, explodes at its apex, frostbite in a wide radius, then returns to you, passes through enemies, explosive charges. Oh, yeah, that one sounds stinky. We still have a lot of parts. Oh my god. It's a mouse. 200% damage to enemies inflicted, by frostbite stun, though. Well, those are all kind of terrible. Anyway, we still do have whatever's off the back of Stunning Star and Retrieve Blast. It's kind of a... I don't want to say downer. Yeah, stop going down these trees. Well, one thing I can do is farm a bunch. Let's see. Armor when health. Damage to enemy. Has a 30% chance to do a puddle. Additional damage to hit enemies afflicted by poison. The number of poison stacks increases the damage dealt. Wait, that's good though? That's really good though. Okay. Well, I wanted to mess with a Queepack. Since they're one of the only ones that can do big speed. Somehow. So let's do Frenzied. Fire rate. Let's see. Passes through enemies. Explosives on the way back. Projectile that knocks you back. Blazing embers applying poison to enemies hit. Bubble that spawns a cloud of poison on hit. Projectiles at a cone. 3 shots in quick succession. I think I'll just do the scatter bomb. Okay, so we've got that. What's the new one? Additional damage to enemies afflicted by poison? Sure. I really wish there was something that would heal me based on poison stacks. Yeah, apply his poison stacks to the 3 closest enemies, which is, like, really good, but I also don't know if we need it. We might want to just get one of the other healing moves. Or we just don't care about healing because I'm that powerful. Yeah, it's these guys, I think. Poison stack every time an enemy takes poison damage. That means I'd never have to worry about poison. And yeah, there's the hivelings that also do poison. Yeah, healing Aurora on kill isn't really the most amazing. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to do the rejuvenating siphon. Because I burn ammo quickly. Okay, so this is, I mean, pretty standard speed boy. Ooh, agility? Yeah. I kind of like going for the scuffled feathers. Yeah, let's go for that. Masquerade is a tree. Okay, what about the backpack here? Yeah, the problem is they're all so bulbous. Well, we could also just do a Shy Ridge. Purely for cosmetic reasons. Yeah, let's just go for a normal dude. We can sack the stats a bit. Swift feathers, swift feathers. We want this boy to be speedy and poisonous. So we run fast. We do extra damage to enemies that are poison on hit. Yeah, this should be good. Well, let's go back. Maybe clear some of the old stars. I think I'm going to give up on the Frostbite Anami. Especially because it's, like, not close to maximum. Let's see. Did have... I mean, it's at maximum agility. He's good. Okay, let's look at training. I think these guys are going to take a while to train. Yeah, and those ones are not quite maxed out. So we need one more generation of them. Or we just need to get them up to maximum level. I don't remember. Okay, well, I never finished this one. Unfortunately, I don't remember what mission it was. Part of the reason why I was taking so long to progress, kind of earlier, the first time through, is just because, like, I wanted to just get everything done the first time through, rather than come back. I'm sure somebody's going to be mad at me that I'm, like, very much slow-walking finishing this. Oh, it's this one. Well, not exactly the right combo for this. But my damage is so good, it might not matter. No, that's not where they're spawning from. Yeah, so the big issue is mostly just killing. Nope, that's not it. This is why I wanted to go for a speed Anami, if possible. Because, yeah, I legitimately don't know how you're supposed to speed this one. Unless you rely on, like, super tricks. Which I could try. Like, if it's clear that I'm not going to make the, Didn't kill it? Ah. Yeah, unfortunately the poison stacks are good, kind of. Where's the exit? Here? No, this is where I came from. Oh, shoot. It was this. That's why. And that melts the ice. That's the problem on this mission. I have to do this in 3.5 minutes, but it's like... It is the one with the most amount of time gates. Like, I'm just waiting for this to melt so I can burn this. Okay. Ancient Warden's up. Like, I might have to do, like, a weird thunder Queepec just to be able to beat this one. Yeah, the extra damage from poison stacks, not amazingly good, all things considered. Or never mind, it is. I did like 700 damage to him. In fact, actually, it's absurdly good. I'm doing how much damage to him even when he has the shield stacks? Well, let's hope that was good enough. How much HP do I have? Oh my god, the difference between like a basic boy. We got it. I guess it probably would have been easier if I threw it on the easiest difficulty now that I'm thinking about it. It's probably a little harder that I'm playing on a higher difficulty. Let's see. Okay. Well, got that done. This is one of the few games I think I'm going to go out of my way to 1 hundo. Or at least, maybe not hundo, but get close. Okay, so for starters, we've got these guys. Okay. I think 5 more levels will do it. These are peak Queepec. And I'm actually really curious what happens when they go above. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait 4 minutes for them to be done. Well, let's take a look at my lineup. Okay, cool. So the main problem is I mostly don't know what else I'm going to do. As far as... Oh, yeah, let's hatch these. I'm not really sure what I want to do as far as, like... builds go on some of these. I think one of the other problems is that I am going to have to deal with is the fact that, like, there's a lot of perks that I have not seen yet. Or I have seen, but I said no to. Let's see. They look so dodgy. They're looking like the looking left and right thing. Like the what are they called? The Gwaigoon. The way they were standing there with the eggs honestly made it look like they stole the eggs from somebody else. It's like, no, we didn't do this. We're totally innocent. It's just the reverse cuckoo. They don't actually like breed most of the time. They just steal somebody else's eggs and raise them instead. Hoping Mother Nature doesn't notice that they're, like, a complete sham. Years later, scientists are like, wait, they've got us fooled. Okay. Let's see. I guess first and foremost, maybe I should actually evolve some of these guys. Because there's a lot of perks that I probably have not seen. I actually want to get rid of one of these guys. I'm going to take the Quebec, put it here, put you here, move them up. Because, yeah, I've got a bunch of these guys now that I can just do something. So, Relentless. Well, this one's just Tenacious. So, get him out of there. Because, yeah, I could try and mix in the exceptionally witty Morfang into this line. That might actually be worth it. 25-7, 25-7. So, it's about the same. I'm going to move this one here. Bring it back. I'll try and get both of them up because, yeah, we could see what happens when you get multiple of those traits going simultaneously. Okay. Do I want to make a... Yeah, screw it. Okay. One of my big limitations on this is the fact that I just don't have enough essence to rank up. And while I could grind for it a bunch of times, that sounds like hell. Let's fix some things here. Don't worry about that noise. We're going to buy exactly 1 organic essence. Okay, 13125. Next scan. Oh, cheat engine, you are a dream. So if none of you have ever used this before, I guess I can kind of show you what I'm doing. Hopefully. So Cheat Engine is a program that lets you look into the hex code of a game. And so what I did was the first bleep was me scanning for 13625, and then it bought a thing, and then I scanned again for 13125. Anything that are reduced in value by 500 probably has something to do with money. So I can just add a 0 to this. And then if we go back and talk to him, yeah, I suddenly have a lot more money. Obviously, this is not the kind of thing I like doing normally on a game. And maybe there's a way around this that I'm not aware of. But I don't feel like grinding too much unless I have to. I would rather focus on getting most of my creatures evolved, seeing all the perks, and so on and so forth. And as a result, yeah, I don't mind giving myself a bunch of currency so I can mess with some evolutions. Because there's a lot of chains and trees that we have not seen yet. So, like, if I take this guy in, I think we've seen most of the Ursec branches. There's one we haven't seen at the very least. Because I want to at least know what all the potential perks are in case there are any that could be fun from like a build perspective. And also a cosmetic perspective. Enemy reaches max slow stats, stacks stun them. Additional damage for each stack of slow on an enemy. Huh. Sticky Strike actually could be good. Because... yeah, slow over time. The problem is you'd need an attack that applies slow. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to pull that one off. Okay, switch Voidling. Swarms of Leeches. The seek and drain life from enemies whenever you use your tertiary ability. See, it's stuff like that that I don't necessarily need that deeply. Armor over time. It shatters. Fear and a burst. Okay, so at this point, while there's more Ursec perks that I can pick up, I actually don't care about most or any of them. Glick, on the other hand, oh boy, there's a lot I haven't seen. Because I want to reach the end of each of these branches so I can see what the perks look like. So leaves a burning trail, leap smash. I kind of like the curled tail And also just the general looks of that one. Okay, on damage taken, spawn a Ravenous Cyclone, drops healing orbs when dealing damage. 1 second cooldown between activations, 3 cyclones active at once. Wait, that's really cool. Burn enemies around your target when you do damage. No, Ravenous Cyclone might actually... I actually love that guy. Because Ravenous Cyclone might be a good answer to healing on some of the characters. Not that healing orbs are like end-all be-all good, but that could be really good on the bear. Alternatively, heal for 100% of burn damage dealt to enemies. Like, that's even better. That's so good. Okay. Unfortunately, both of these guys are junk, so we'll just get rid of them. I haven't exactly been raising a glick. But there's some good options there. Wait, what happened to this? Did I have, like, a lot more guys here? Did I just move them around? I don't know what happened. Maybe I put them into breeding. No, wait, yeah, actually... Oh, no, these are just the ones that I can evolve versus can't. Okay, well, more fangs? Let's see. Oh, pyromutagen. I don't have enough. Visible. Let's go this direction. We're trying to find anything that might have interesting bleed perks, maybe? Fortunately, these guys have, like, the stupidest hat. Damage dealing shockwave that applies disintegration when exiting a dash, or orbiting black holes that damage and apply disintegration to enemies as they pass through. Okay, that's fun. There is... Oh my god, he is so stupid looking. Somebody please take your mutant dog back. Cripes. Okay. And then I still have more Morfangs that we can toss into the grinder. Execute enemies on hit mark trigger. Killing an enemy applies hit mark to a distant enemy. Elites and bosses take damage in a burst. I mean, that's interesting. Execute enemies on hit mark trigger. I wonder if you could actually... Wait. Execute enemies on hit mark trigger. Can you mix that with the Typhoon? Could you go for a hit mark kill build? I kind of want to know, actually. Okay, what about Gwygoons? Because I have not done jack with Gwygoons. Okay, so 7 diving minions that sacrifice themselves. Or funky missions that do damage and come... oh, they're stinky. Alright. Contaminate nearby enemies with a rancid smell that damages them in their surroundings. Or toxic cloud that applies poison to enemies in a random direction when using a primary ability, half-second cooldown. Okay, so that just does... Wait, Okay. There's some fun to be had there, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so what else do we have? I'm looking for something that goes down the cyber line. Here we go. I don't know if the Lopiers work. Speed, crit damage, and crit stacks when your health is low. Nope. Secondary ability. Cone that does damage. Spreads... I mean, sure. It's got a good coloration. Zapping yellow looks fun. Okay. Yeah, notably healthy. Yeah, let's just go this direction. Another squeaker. Time warp while sprinting. Oh, that's interesting. what does that even mean? Now, this guy's got a whole bunch of organic that we haven't even looked into. I'm going to need, what, at least 4 of these guys? I think I have 4. And once again, I'm just trying to see everything that this game has to offer without spending oodles of time. Because, yeah, I could keep grinding the survival missions for, like, small amounts of money, but... okay. Yeah, like I was saying, I could slowly, painstakingly grind for all of this stuff, and maybe it does exist in the game, and I just haven't gone looking, but I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Carapin. Right. I was going to look at what Carapin have. Because once again, there's a ton of perks that could actually be extremely good in a potential game-breaking build that I just haven't found yet. And Awana. Okay, so this is organic Carapin, which we haven't looked into. So sticky explosion, knock enemies back on hit. I don't know. Okay, toss a spore, sprouts a field of mushrooms that explode and do poison to enemies that contact with them, or seed that blooms into a flower, heals both allies and damages enemies. Sure. I'm looking for anything that gives me just a little bit of passive healing. Not that we strictly need it. Zone that heals over time after being stationary, or sleep. I don't know. I mean, good stuff for the Carapin, admittedly. Let's just go over here. Let's see. Stun enemies with more than 7 stacks, and slow on bosses. Or healing orbs when enemies take poison damage. Oh. Well, that solves the poison build. Potentially. Looks nice, too. Go here. I'm so glad that I can just speed skip. I'm going to need, I think, 1 more Carapin. Spike that triggers a directional explosion when enemies cross its path, or explosion sticks and detonates. Let's go this direction. Okay. Damage dealing shrapnel projectiles when taking damage, or armor stacks based on the number of enemies. I don't know. The problem is you can only fit 3 perks on a character, so there's only kind of so much you can do with any of this. Let's see. Ursecs are feeling kind of maxed. I guess we're going to take a look at my Gwygoons. We get out of this. Oh, right. Reveal. Speed stacks when running towards an enemy. After using an offensive ability, wind up a powerful self-destruction explosion. Damages you and your enemies. Don't like that. Don't like that, lad. Okay, which was I going to use? Tenacious, Agile, and Tenacious. So these 2. Keep going this direction? Oh, I don't have enough. Yeah, I haven't even looked at the plasma tree for this guy. Okay, blast that summons a deadly hula hoop that swirls around your character and damages enemies. Or homing projectiles in nearby enemies. Okay, Prowler minions leap at enemies from a distance and slash them down, or Echo minions, consuming an ability charge per cast. Echo minions stand the ground, shoot projectiles from afar, and expire after a short duration. Upon expiration, they refresh 1 minion charge, and defensive ability use, they're teleported back to... So, tower defense or fight minion. Don't get me wrong, I love tower defense, but short duration just seems like I'd have to manage them. Heal whenever you deal damage, but burn when exposed to the sun. Okay. The heal on minion death. Cannibalism, though. Damn, both of these are great. The fact that they come in so many different flavors is a little silly. Okay, let's do Deadly Hula Hoops, see what we get. Because once again, I'm just trying to find what's down the line. The vampire one could be an end-all be-all, but could also be an annoyance. Gargantuan minion slams the ground, or 7 last breath minions sacrifice themselves during the souls of their opponents, expire after short duration, sending their souls hurtling towards enemies, killing an enemy grants a minion charge. This dude's screwed up. Hey look, Mojo Jojo. Killing an enemy is a chance to spawn bone piles. Destroying bone piles grants armor, and damage stack can heal a small amount when destroying souls released by enemies. Why is the freaking gremlin just terrifying? Okay. Speed and damage for every stack of burn nearby. Okay. Fortunately, I think that's all of my Morfangs. Yeah, I'm going to need more fodder to evolve. I guess we do have the Precurians, who I haven't been evolving. Okay, dash to sleep. Oh, another hit mark. I'll have to look at that one again. Because, okay, chance on kill to spawn hatchlings that fly to nearby enemies and apply infested on them. Heal for 100% of disintegration damage. Oh, okay. So there's the heal on the disintegration build now. So what is this one? Charge a beam attack that damages enemies. Ah. Yeah, I want something that does a hit mark quickly. And that ain't it. Let's see. What else do we have? Charge a beam, lures enemies in. And yeah, I still haven't actually really played with this guy either. Let's see. Link up with 3 enemies and gain stamina regen. Or force field on secondary ability use. I don't know. None of these are particularly exciting to me. Okay, do we have any more Precurians? We have 1. Which direction do I want to go? Dash that grows in width. Charge a beam that does increased damage. The lower your stamina is. Stamina for each target. Well, that's kind of an interesting dude. Sure. Let's see what this gives me. I like the one on the right. Switch between stance between speed but armor reduction and armor but slow, or damage over time beam pointed down your character in air. Well, I guess we'll pick this one up because it looks neat. Unfortunately, its perks not really what I'm going for, but it's fine. Stat discharge releases acid damage over time puddles. Yeah, there's some interesting mix and matches that I could mess with. We do have another glick. Was there another glick perk that I want to grab? Burn enemies around your target when you do damage is kind of nice. Large storm that follows you and nearby enemies. Yeah, because there is a very funny potential build where I just go for nothing but damage auras and a bunch of status effects. Because I think there's also one with a fire aura. I don't see it. It was like one of these guys had like a burn and slow enemies that are nearby. Okay, well. Oh, I do have another Morfang that I could work with as well. My dudes in training are probably done. If they weren't already. Okay, so who do we train up here? Probably the bears. So exceptionally rugged. Exceptionally rugged. I think that one has the highest average. Yeah, because this one goes down to an 8, but it might have 2 that are near max. But this is much higher. I think. I don't know. I'm very bad at, like, quick averages. Okay. I think these are my 2 remaining Morfangs. Unfortunately, because I've evolved all of the offspring, it's making it a little harder for me to parse. Let's see. Gwygoon. Tenacious, agile, tenacious. Start working on them. And let's see. That's everybody. So oh, we have these 2 Queepec. Damn it. Well, notably healthy, exceptionally agile, exceptionally tenacious. We'll start working on that one. The bears. So, I was going to put these guys on to get them maxed out. However, I've already got a Queepec that's good enough. I think we're going to get rid of this bear. Yeah. I just have to make sure I don't get rid of somebody I need. So yeah, we don't need the Morfangs, we don't need the Gwygoons. If I just wait a bit, I'll have a maxed out bear. Is admittedly like wait a bunch of time. Because that's a near max stat lad. Do I just use them for a bit? Let's get rid of the self-destruct Gwygoon. Yeah, because I think I had bred the 2 level 15 Gwygoons, because why not? Okay, Frostbite Anami, yeah. Because either that was the previous generation or it was the same as this one. Okay, oh. Are these perfect stats? Hey, we've actually got 2 maxed out Anamis then. Maybe. No, this one's shy by a bunch of points. Damn. Well, on the plus side, we could breed these 2 together and go from there. Okay, so I've got a perfect... No. I've got a perfect Anami, which I might as well at least mutate. I got these 2 Glicks, but neither are good. So we're just going to get rid of them. And both of these are exceptionally elegant, so yeah, we can get rid of that one. And then I'm pretty sure these 2 Queepecs are going to hit max stats as soon as I get them level 20. What do you have to say? What have I done? It's probably just like an assignment that I've completed finally. Breed Voidlings a bunch of times. Damn, they really are expecting me to do a lot of breeding here. Well, I mean, makes sense. It's part of the game. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do is start by just breeding these 2. See if we can get another max roll. At the very least, I'll get a couple of Anamis that are. Let's see. I guess the other option is I could just breed these 2 together. And then whatever their offspring is going to be, an easy max roll. Did I check their stats? I'm not sure if I actually leveled these guys up. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah. So that should be good. I seen a lot of evolutions. There's still like maybe 1 or 2 on the Morfangs to mess around with. Oh, right. And I've completely neglected the talent tree. We should max that out finally. I actually forgot that I hadn't. Because once again, haven't really needed to. The sad part is, like, we're going to come out the other side of this and just, like, the game is just going to break in half because, I don't think the difficulty is scaled for somebody that's, like, 100 the game. But maybe that's fine. I think there's just a very real satisfaction in a, like, getting to the point where you are so unstoppably absurd that things just melt for you looking at them. Okay. And yeah, I do wonder with this, unless I have a special perk set up, I probably should be making most of my guys plasma at this point, just for the extra effectiveness. Maybe. Yeah, I haven't even looked at those guys. I'm not kidding though, like, you really could just take this game, strip out the, like, missions and make it a bullet heaven, and it would probably sell like hotcakes. Or something like that. I feel like these mechanics would work really well with a somewhat not repetitive grindy roguelite. But there's a bullet heaven that I like called Temtem Swarm. That it was charming, but it didn't have that much variation in what you did. That your build with each character would largely always just kind of end up being the same thing. And my problem with it was mostly like I played it a bunch of times. I put like 30 hours into it or more. And as fun as it was, there was no like thrill of exploration of like messing around with builds or anything like that. It was just kind of rinse, repeat, do the same thing over and over and over again, grinding for small amounts of resources until you're done. I like that kind of meta progression, but on the flip side, it's not very satisfying for a roguelike. Roguelikes thrive in randomization and discovery. And so admittedly, I'm not getting a whole lot of randomization here. However, the discovery has been really fun of, you know, finding all the different cool builds that I can pursue that do crazy things. And the fact that I have been running a lot of these characters without even investing in these is kind of nutty. Then again, I've been hard locked to like one creature. I think, once again, the reason why I'm like so hard set on, hey, this would make a great roguelike, is because I haven't really had a whole lot of good opportunities to play the other creatures. That there is not enough resources to go around with the amount of options available for me to fill within the span of one playthrough of a game. And so having something that is more drawn out and, you know, meant to be replayed over and over and over again, I think would encourage me to mix and match a lot more. Rather than staying with, you know, just the couple of creatures I've invested in or I'm comfortable with or I know can survive and do the job that I need them to do. Yeah, go figure this guy's been garbage. I hadn't invested in like anything. Yeah, optimal range, damage when you're staring at a target. Well, using your primary ability and aiming directly at an enemy, damage reduction every 2 seconds. Additional wave of projectiles. Yeah. I'll have to see if any of these guys get a passive bleed or something like that. Chance to transform enemies into spires on kill. Okay, that's fun. We already maxed that guy. Yeah. Oh, you know what I could do? This is going to sound silly. I've got an auto clicker on. Oh, this saves me a lot of time. Just drags the screen around every once in a while. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of these talents aren't really the most interesting. It's like just some extra damage here and there. Or max stack charges and stuff. Let's see. A power surge state enter power surge state for a short duration that grants damage, stamina, regeneration, crit damage. Double charge rate and drop down offensive strikes. I think the other problem is a lot of these are a little, I don't want to say niche. Let's see. In a way that range while hovering. Oh, damage dealing spark closest enemy within a radius that has a chance to apply bleed on hit. So actually the Nimiod does bleed. Damage while hovering, a lot of fire rate, a lot of damage, target count by 1. Damage by 1% for every consecutive attack, radius acquisition, target count by 1. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to have to start breeding a good Nimiod too. So damage based on proximity, execute enemies at low health. Okay. Slam, energy siphon. Let's see. I think we're almost done filling in this talent tree. How expensive have these been? Yeah, no, I could have actually maxed a lot of these out earlier if I hadn't been focused on breeding. So, powerful air-to-ground strike that applies bleed to enemies. Scream. Bite that does massive area damage when you chain your secondary ability into your primary ability. Stamina on hit. Combo strike. Get one more bite size. Howl size. Okay, so what's this one? Lunging bite. Yeah, we haven't even played Morfang yet. I think that is one of the other problems of, like, giving it late. That, once again, I've been going out of my way to actively avoid playing missions and progressing because I want to see the rest of this game. And, well, I could potentially, like, finish the game and then come back. Ooh, this one does healing. Oh, it burrows underground. Dodge roll when doing a short press on your defensive ability. Speed stack when burrowed. Uppercut and apply float when empowered. I guess part of it is they also put a lot of the more complicated abilities on the later creatures. Because Morfang definitely seems like it might actually be going for the Devil May Cry feel. Alright, is that all of the talent trees? I think we're good. Perfect. Grab the assignments. Not that matters, I don't actually get the resources for that. I've locked my money for the time being. Okay, so let's take a look at these guys. Have I... Nope, they've still got 4 minutes left on them. Oh, we got the Morfangs at the very least. And, like, there is a very real possibility that I might want to just take those Morfangs and throw them into breeding. Because I could wait, but we just don't have enough training facilities for all of them. And so easier for me to just take what I can get. Because once again, they keep 100% of their stat gains. And like level 15 is kind of good enough. Did I... Oh, because I wanted to get this one because it was witty. That's what it was. Because I wanted to see if I could mix and match a witty and a relentless together. Because that kept the, it kept the agility. Yeah, let's give it a shot. See what they turn into. Because they'll be done in 4 minutes. We could probably go on a run. Even just a basic survival mode would kind of do it. But I might as well like go back and finish one of those other missions. Yeah, I want to breed these guys until we can get them to keep tenacious. Or keep 3 of the inherited traits. I know it's possible to keep like all 5 at this point, but that sounds like work. So do we want to do Stormbreaker? Less than 4 minutes. Week 2, poison. Oh, that's good. I have a man for that job. Is this my previous spliced bad one? Yep. All right. I think it's time that I get rid of some of my lads. Okay, I think this is where I was keeping my specials. I think these are just my 2 original bears. Yeah. I'll move my Blaze Stride. I don't want to get rid of my starter. That just feels bad. I kind of wish there was like I mean, quite literally like a farm or something that I could send them to. You know, like a little glade where it's like, yeah, here's your long-term storage for the guys that you're never going to use again. But you have used on missions and you'd feel bad about like using them and then letting them go. On the flip side, I guess they're wild animals and like keeping them in a caged environment also is kind of bad in its own right. So I don't know. I should go work on my... Oh, God. Oh, it's this one. I'm just supposed to do this one fast, right? Yeah. Oh, but I can't. Well, I can. I can't. We need to kill these guys and lickety-splat. Right. Damn. This is why I want something with like a chain hit. That just makes everything go that much faster. But I think that's one of the only places where I'm like full locked. I don't really care about extra eggs. Have you seen me? I'm swimming in eggs. As a dumb joke, I like to pretend that the only thing birds are quote-unquote saying when they're, you know, singing and making calls and whatever is just egg over and over again. Amuses the heck out of me. Out of my way, chump. You can't stop me. I'm the gingerbread bird. Get that open. GTFO. I think part of my problem with also the way... Oh, there's a nice essence down there. Well, don't care. The other thing I'm kind of running into with this game is, like, the freaking Queepack is just too damn good. Like, none of the other creatures have nearly this level of speed and utility, and damn it. I do kind of need that triple jump. There we go. Alright. I think this is a just kill all the creatures, yeah? Yeah. Alright, so far so good. Let's see. Yeah, none of the creatures have nearly the level of, like, speed and mobility that the Queepack does. I do wonder if the Queepack, you know, blinding speed perk is heavily dependent on how quickly they fire, and so the reason why this works is because the rapid fire plus the super speed together are synergizing, and so the reason why I didn't work with the cat was because I didn't have the sheer level of fire rate. That I do now. I don't know. He's so pudgy. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and go for a build that has no healing. Maybe? Maybe. I don't know. Like a little bit of healing is good. I do have the 3 healing charges. That is also good. Where's the boss? You are the boss. And unfortunately, it's immune to damage, so can't do too much to it. But yeah, I do a shit ton of damage to it, even with the shield stacks, with the poison. And as soon as it drops that armor stack, it melts. There goes. Nice and easy. Alright, please tell me that was fast enough. Should be. Are you kidding me? 8 seconds! Falling in that hole. It was because I fell in that hole. I mean, what can you do? Alright. Let's go take a look at the training lads. They're done, they're done, they're done. They're all done. Okay, so unless I'm mistaken, I think the bears are done. I think I may also just say I don't think I need more stars. Like, it'd be nice to hunt all of them, but some of these are getting real stinky in terms of what you need to do to actually max them out. I like it as a thought experiment, but on the flip side, that's like speedrunner levels of stringent. Well, on the plus side, all of these guys are pretty much donezo. Okay. This is going to make a mess, isn't it? Oh, well. Because, yeah, I've pulled all the parents, and now I hatch all the eggs, and now my first box is going to look like hell. It's kind of why when I was saying I wanted a sort button, what I really want is, like, the ability to have, like, this is the recently hatched / acquired area, this is, like, parent generation, sort things by generation, make it easy. Oh, actually, no, all of the parents ended up in here, so I think we're fine. Now we just have to train a handful of them. So, I think the fresh Queepex can get up to max stats just at, like, level 10, getting them to level 10. Let's see. But I could be wrong on that one. It might need a little bit more. Let's see. Bred the Morfangs, so we don't need to do that. I guess do we just train the Gwygoons? Sure. Well, I say on the plus side, I talk about this often with incremental games about how many of them give you too many options, or too many options that you can afford. You can buy all of them, and it kind of sucks purely from the okay. This actually works out. So this one didn't inherit many of the mid stats, but this one's got witty and inherited the stats. This one's got relentless and inherited the stats. I was a little bit worried about that with the Morfangs. We'll train those two, and then we'll probably evolve the other one and then just mulch them. Let's see. And then we've got the 2 Anamis, who by level 20 should max out, maybe, kind of, sort of. Also forgot about the bug, which I gotta work on. Let's see. 18, 20, 15, 14, 18. I think that one's... I think that one's higher level? I don't know. Throw those in. Alright, well, I think we're going to leave it here, and see you guys on the next episode. I'm pretty much there as far as maxing these guys out. I could keep poking at it, I could keep raising their stats. I just don't think it's actually worth the time. That, you know, I've done 2 episodes of effectively really intensive breeding. Charge and lunge. Let's go for the burn. Because there might be an interesting burn stack here. Fire rate stack on kill. That's interesting. The problem is, like, a lot of these cap out, so I'm not sure how many are useful. Okay. Is this... That was one of the parent Ursecs. Here we go. So there's a completely maxed out Ursec. Okay, the original parent Ursec. Sadly, do not need it. And perfect. So we now have 2 perfectly rugged, maxed out Ursecs to play around with. Well, I guess we'll do that on the next episode, which we might actually just, like, win instantly. Should be fine. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.